If you're anything like a lot of people, you have tried to organize. You've tried the different checklists, all the different methods. You've bought all the bins, but it's still not working. And I think I know why, and here's the truth. It is not because you're lazy or unmotivated or even because you're bad at organizing. It's because you're trying to organize like someone else instead of according to your own unique organizing style. So we live in a world that is overflowing with organizing inspiration. We've got magazines, we've got Pinterest, Instagram, the TikTok organizers, and all the things. But here's what no one tells you. Not every system and method works for every person, and we need to find out what works for you. After helping hundreds of thousands of women get organized over the course of over a decade, I've discovered a lot about individual organizing personalities. Some people love doing a massive big overhaul and getting it done all at once, while others prefer the slow and steady, little at a time approach. And on top of that, some people care most about how it looks, about having matching color-coded bins with pretty labels, and some people simply just want to be able to find the scissors when they need them. So those two factors combine to form the 4 organizing types. And those types are the cactus blossom, the lavender, the rose, and the sunflower. You're probably wondering which of those you are. So before you buy another organizing bin or try another system, I want you to stop and take the organizing personality quiz. You'll find the link to the quiz down below. It's really easy, it's fun, it only takes you a couple of minutes, and you'll know what type you are, and then come back and keep watching. So the lavender likes to take it slow and steady, little at a time, functional systems. Their house might never be 100% done, but it's always totally workable. The rose loves the details. They'll spend hours finding the perfect labels or the perfect bin, even if it takes weeks to complete. The cactus, they're gonna keep things functional and workable, and they're gonna get it done fast. And the sunflower, they're gonna go all in and they're gonna make it beautiful. They're the types that are gonna tackle an entire space in a weekend and show you those lovely before and after photos. And here's the thing you need to understand. None of those types are better or worse. They're all just unique, and the key is understanding what type you are and working with it. And also, this is really critical, recognizing times where you are going to need to work against it, because that is how life is, but recognizing that that's hard for you and putting up extra supports to help yourself. So let's talk about how trying to organize like someone else can really mess you up. So let's say you're a lavender. You're one of those that likes functional systems that just work. You don't care how beautiful they look, and you want to take it really slow and steady in bite-sized chunks. But your friend who's a sunflower, they're the type that they go all in and they're going to tackle it in a weekend, and you try to organize like that, here's what's going to happen. You are very quickly going to burn out. You're wasting all your time making things beautiful that you don't even care about, and you're trying to get it done all at once. It's not going to work for you. And worse, you're probably going to give up because it feels so frustrating. And even worse than that, I don't want anyone to do this, okay? You might even tell yourselves, like I sometimes do, that you're a failure, that something's wrong with you and you're broken because you can't organize your entire home in a weekend like your sunflower friend can. That isn't true. You organize wonderfully and beautifully in the way that's right for you. It just doesn't look the exact same as someone else's. So I want you to stop comparing yourself to everyone else's organizing style and start organizing in the way that works for you. Now, I want to talk about something that's a little less obvious. So when you find out what your organizing type is, the first thing you're going to want to do is go organize according to that style. And I do highly recommend that you do that. But there's something more subtle that I really want you to think about, because this kind of trips people up sometimes. So let's say that you, like myself, take the quiz and find out that you, like myself, are a sunflower. That means that you like things that are aesthetically pleasing and you want to tackle things in big chunks all at once instead of breaking it up into little chunks across time. This is great information to have. But here's the deal. As a sunflower, I can't always do that. I need to clean my dishes, wash my dishes every single day, no matter what flower type I am, because that's just kind of nasty. I don't want to leave them for many days, even though naturally I'm more of a person who would like to do it for 2 hours on a Saturday and get it done. So there is going to be some times that you kind of work, quote unquote, against your organizing style, and that's okay. So here's what I do instead. First of all, there are a lot of things that I can do all at once. For example, even something like meal prep. On the weekends, I can prep a bunch of meals. There's tons that freeze great. Or even I can go once a month and prep a ton of meals and freeze them really well. That also cuts down on the dishes throughout the week. But those dishes, I'm still gonna have to keep up with them. And I know that about myself. And I know that's not a natural strength of mine. So I'm gonna have to work harder than someone else who that just comes really naturally to. They just love doing things in small chunks and they just automatically do their dishes a couple times a day, no matter what. So I know I'm gonna have to work a lot harder and I'm gonna put some things in place to make it easier. For example, I love to listen to podcasts while I do dishes. I like to put a reminder in my phone to make sure that I'm getting it done because I know it doesn't come as naturally to me. And the opposite is true. Maybe you're someone who thrives on doing things a little at a time, but every once in a while, there's going to be something that you need to get done, and you just don't have the luxury of breaking it into 10 or 20-minute chunks and doing it over the course of a couple months. For you, first of all, recognizing that and recognizing that this is going to be stressful for you, that helps. Secondly, what you can do is kind of work with your brain to say, okay, I do have to get this done in a short time, but what I can do is I can go ahead and break it into 20-minute chunks. So instead of thinking, whoa, I got to tackle this whole project this weekend, I think I just need to do the next 20 minutes, and that is specifically this. Set a timer for 20 minutes, go do it. Then maybe give yourself 5 minutes to do something else and come back and do the next 20-minute chunk. So there are ways of understanding your own unique personality type and still being able to, quote unquote, go against it when it's necessary. Because I don't want all of us thinking that all we can do is function according to our most natural type. That is just not realistic and how the world works. So I want you to work with it as much as you can. Set up your life and your systems to work with your type as much as you can, and then recognizing the times where you can't quite match up to it and put as many systems in place to support you through that. So I want you to go ahead and take the quiz and come back and tell me what flower type you are. I would love to hear. I already told you I'm a sunflower. I love being a sunflower. Once I finally owned it, I love it. And I thrive doing aesthetic projects all at once. And if you want to see what this looks like in practice, I have a video that you can watch next that shows how I organize a shelf for the 4 different types and how that looks different for each one.